Hi, Vogue. I'm Brandy.
And I'm Monica.
And we're about to go through the decades with you.
This is Life and Looks.
Yes. Come on, Life and Looks. Yes, I remember this. My first album cover. I wanted to be different. I wanted to showcase my braids. I love hats at the time, so I wanted to have that hat swag. I didn't really know what the boots were doing. It wasn't my choice, but I loved everything else. It just felt effortless.
You know, there are very important things in this photo that really carried all throughout the first half of her career. First of all, the braids.
Wow.
That was the thing. And anybody that got them thought of you.
Thank you.
So that made it very much a signature moment.
Thank you. Yes.
So this is my first album cover.
Mm-hmm.
It was shot in New York, even though I'm from the south side of Atlanta. I have always been I would say in my younger days, a rebellious soul, but now I just look at it like I'm very free. I decide what I want to do. We had already shot my video and all.
For Don't Take It Personal?
For Don't Take It Personal, just one of them days. We had everything done. I had long hair. And I left one day and I told Dallas, I'm like, Pops, I'm gonna go and I want some streaks. And he co-signs the streaks.
So your hair was long?
Very long. And I come back with short blonde hair. And he's like, you're costing us millions. Back then you were supposed to like look the same so people could relate and know who you were. So he's giving me this speech and I'm sitting there like,
I'm gonna do what I want to do.
And then he said, Monica, you have not even turned 13 yet, and now you've cut your hair. And I still wear over-the-knee boots, even though this one doesn't have a heel. My first album is probably my favorite because it embodied all things me. Nobody could tamper with, touch, talk to. That little girl was so fearless that I still respect her today at 45 years old.
Oh my God, I'm nervous about the pages. Yes! Iconic.
Baby, the white shoes.
Come on, shoe.
If I could recall who picked them out,
God,
I would give them a call.
Mo,
do you understand
who
me
had you in
when
the shoes?
I have no idea. They got it right until they got to my feet. Before You Walk Out of My Life is one of my absolute favorite songs of my own. Even when I perform this song, there's a feeling that I get that I can't explain. And I joke a lot about the white shoe.
You do. I've seen
I do, because
TikToks.
I really don't care. Please, stop talking about children. That was a child in those shoes on the curb. And tell y'all aunties to stop buying them. They should not still be around in 2025. I seen some of y'all aunties down to the store in these shoes.
Right.
Okay, so when you're laughing at me, you're laughing at your own folks.
At yourself.
At yourself.
Ooh. Cute. This was a moment that I remember because I had come of age for my mom to be open to me having different colors in my braids. It's like a brown, blonde moment in the front. Moesha and Brandy were like almost parallel. Like I didn't really change. It was like this image of good girl and straight A's and this, that, and the third. So it wasn't really much different. It's just that I could sing and she couldn't. That was really the only difference. Cinderella. Didn't know that this would be so impactful on people's lives.
Yeah, it definitely made any young Black female feel like I can.
Wow.
That's what I always think of when I think about it. You know, when I think, even when I see you in this gown in particular, the tiara, it's just one of those things that you don't forget. It's just a level of major that has to be acknowledged.
I was so excited to work with Whitney Houston. Like I spent most of my childhood trying to get a record deal and trying to meet her. The fact that she was so supportive and was able to see something in me that I didn't see in myself, like becoming a Black princess, that meant everything to me. But it was all about working with her. My first time meeting Whitney, I was a mess. It's actually on YouTube. It's like I run from her, I'm crying, I can't believe she's real. It's a lot. You know me.
I always say God aligns things.
Mm-hmm.
I sang The Greatest Love of All, and that's actually the song I was signed for singing that. That is how and why Whitney and I met. She saw something in me that made her want to remind me to always be me.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Absolutely.
I think she felt like she had done a lot of changing for others.
Of course, and probably for herself too.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so she spent a lot of time talking to me about stay the way you are. That's who she really was. And people didn't always get a chance to see that and how much she gave of herself.
Yes!
Excuse me.
I'm excited.
Talk to you for a minute?
The boy is mine.
Yeah. My daughter makes this exact face. It's like sassy is in the DNA. But it was necessary in this moment where we're on the phone.
Oh, you brought this
on
ass
one
in
wall.
this video.
I remember she had a Jerry Springer obsession.
Absolutely. I love Jerry Springer.
And there was a part in there where you see him
we
on
pay
the
tribute
screen.
to Jerry Springer show. I was able to see this when nobody else could see it. Like nobody thought that we could do something together and create something together magical. I didn't know how big The Boy's Mind was going to be, but I knew that it would be something special. I just felt it. And so to see this with you 27 years later is unbelievable. It's like,
I can't believe it's 27 years ago. They're still asking today.
True.
So who got the boy? There was no boy.
It's like people really, like y'all bought that?
It's a song. Have fun, enjoy.
Yes.
Okay. So as we see at this point, I am married to the bust down.
What that mean?
A center part. Typically when people say it now, they're talking about a wig, but I definitely didn't have one of those.
Yeah, that ain't a wig.
Nah. I was rocking all me at this point.
Wow.
But what stands out to me most is I did another thing without anyone's permission and got a tattoo. It was my form of self-expressing.
Yeah.
And
you're just being yourself.
It ended
thinking
up
about the
being
image.
an armband. And then it became a thing where I wore them and we created so many that people started doing it all the time.
It didn't look like you were hiding a tattoo. Like you made it a thing. Okay, have you ever? This is a moment where I added hair to my braids. I loved it. I felt different. I felt like I was trying something new and I just wanted to just do something different. I had a lot of fun this day. I love the fact that I felt a little bit older. You know, when you're young, you want to be grown. I felt a little bit grown in this video. I felt like I had a little bit more freedom. Yes, Mo.
As you see here, another smooth, straight hair. This is when I started to wear more of like the vamp colors, makeup-wise. I started to have this affection for long skirts. And I would pull those every chance I got.
Was this connected to your
Connected
ring?
to, yeah, so
That's
that
dope.
it wouldn't drag. So it was almost like when you extended your arm, it was connected. That's the Grammys. I remember we got out of the car
Goosies.
and just
Did
locked
we ride
hands and
together?
walked.
Oh, damn. Would have been a great story. I was really excited this day and was excited to like go to the Grammys with you and like, what you looking at?
I'm looking at, okay, that's a wrinkle. I'm like, no, I know that's
wrinkle
not
where?
my undergarments. You see here and here.
Girl, you don't have no
trying to see what
undergarments
that is.
at this age, did you?
Absolutely. We 18. You need undergarments.
Right. I thought you meant like a spank.
No, back then we would have had on a slip. I didn't try on very much. I have always hated trying on clothes, which does not go together.
Yeah, you
Since
just
I
texted me
love
the other day.
fashion.
I don't do formal fittings. I'm like, oh my God. Like, how do you know what you're going to wear?
Well, you create relationship. And so I can look at something on a hanger and be like, I was really a diehard fashion girl. I was in Chanel runway. Derek Kahn was always reminding me, like, you're built like a model.
Right.
You can do the love, honey. He would just be giving it up, okay? And this same year, I actually went with the late Karl Lagerfeld.
Wow.
And I was so honored to be his muse and be there in Paris and exploring the House of Chanel, and everything that was all around was just next level.
I'm low-key mad that you didn't take me with you to Paris to meet all of the Chanel people. I mean, come on.
Fitting with the Karl Lagerfeld is just something you don't forget.
Yeah,
and
it's once in a lifetime.
Every time I touch something created by Chanel, I'm not lying, I think of him.
Wow. Don't laugh at my outfit. I don't know where this, okay. I don't know where this was. I want to say it was the Source Awards. I thought I needed to be a little, hip hop. And I don't know if I got it right in this moment, but that's my intention, was to be a little bit more Source Awards. Now, wow. Full moon, pregnant. I'm not sure if I was trying to hide my pregnancy. I don't think I was at that time. It's like, you can't. But my clothes were made for the way my body was at that time. But I was very happy here. This is one of my favorite songs. I love the concept of the video. I love the way I felt. I had my baby with me. I just felt like it was just a beautiful time.
Probably felt empowered.
In my life, yes. Yeah. Very empowered, and I felt beautiful here.
This is when we getting into the real meat. We're getting all the way into it, because I am still wearing short shorts and over the knee boots. It is a go-to for me. I will absolutely still kick down the door and smack the chick in my, not in real life. Okay, I am retired. This song was created off of a phone call of mine. And what happened was, Missy, I told her I needed to take the call. And I thought the mic was off. And the mic wasn't off. I was reading down. I was giving...
Like the mic was off.
I was giving Young Tia back then. And she was like, yo, the mic was on. The mic. Mm-hmm. I go to the studio the next day. This is the song, So Gone.
Wow.
So this was actually my favorite look from the So Gone video shoot.
I love the hat.
Even sexy.
I felt like I was coming back to music at this time. I think this was TRL, and I was promoting the Talk About Our Love song. Yeah, I felt like I had just gotten my body back. And
you look great.
Thank you. And I felt like I was in a different kind of bag, like a sexy kind of vibe. I never felt sexy before. That wasn't my thing. So I was like growing into that.
Over the knee boot, live for, die for.
Wow.
They could even bury me in a pair if need be, okay? Even if you can't see my feet, just know the over the knee boots are serious for me. It was a tribute to a woman that I absolutely adore. I was singing Not Gonna Cry for Mary, the Mary J. Blige.
Wow.
I have an affection for her that is hard to explain. She's always really vulnerable with me, and we can talk about whatever, and it never leaves one another, but we don't talk all the time.
Right.
So when they asked me to do this tribute, it was an automatic yes. I love nothing more than saying I should have left your ass long time ago. With this dark rouge lip, shades on.
Did you keep the shades on the entire time you performed the song?
Absolutely, I was committed. And 20 years later, I can look at this picture and think of all the memories she and I have. This was the Grammys. Mm-hmm. And this dress, it was classy, but it was edgy. And that's what I loved about it. Hence the bat wings on my shoulder there.
I love the shoulders.
For me, it was me getting hot and sliding this hat back, looking like Lord Farquaad by the time the Verzuz was over. It started in the right place, and then as I got hot, it started going in this direction.
Wow.
But what we did was we bought multiple Fendi trench coats. This bustier and the jacket and the hat were all made from the trench coats.
I was happy to hear the songs together, back and forth. Like, it was magical for me.
I was so happy when you played He Is.
I can't believe you like that song.
He is I never had a He Is until now. So now it's really in rotation.
I know. My favorite Monica song, Angel, Mine.
Oh, wow. That is definitely the sweeter side of me.
Girl, you sweet. It just
I
is
try to
what
tell
it
people that.
is. Just because you sassy don't mean you're not sweet.
Thank you.
Right.
You gotta say it, clock it. Boom.
Well, damn. This is the Ariana, The Boy Is Mine
The
remix moment.
Uh-huh.
And I love that we walked in with the same vibe, the same gloves,
We had
the
on
same
all
from
black
head
to toe. I had on Dolce and
stylist.
Gabbana. We were news anchors.
Yes.
So we're giving the news, and Ariana is out like Catwoman. But this was, for me, the moment when I said, you know what, we could definitely go on tour. We could do this, you know, and that was the first time that we were able to just have a real conversation with one another.
Welcome to my dream moment. I don't like that everybody missed the intention of us like working together and coming together and sonically and creatively being a part of something together.
I think one of the hardest parts when it comes to our relationship has always been people having something to say or people telling the story. And they never tell it right.
Right.
That's the part that drives me crazy. The facts don't be facting.
And some of the facts that people think are facts,
they were not facts at all.
At all.
They were myths, they were feelings, they were untruths. And this is where we started to just talk. The evolution, the moment. What I love about these straight jackets, we're wrapped up in microphone cords.
Yes.
And headset cords. And that's what we've been wrapped up in all of our lives. Mm-hmm. Singing, working, performing. This is something you have to do because you love it and you're willing to sacrifice for it.
I'm just happy that it finally happened because this is something that I could see it. I could feel it. It was necessary. And I think before I left this earth, this is something that I wanted to do. And to be able to finally get to do it, it's mind blowing. This has been a long time coming.
We're here in those 27 years later now, and being able to just go on the road, take our kids and do our thing is going to be next level. And it's not the last thing that we do.
You heard it here first on Vogue, that this will not be the last thing.
It's not the last. Thank you guys for being there throughout the years, back then and now. Clock it.
We did that.
We did it.
Come on.
We're going to keep doing it.
Yes. Oh.
Stop reading mine.
Vogue, we in a group now.